figure out what's happening. Don't you just love technology? Technology, it's so amazing. It's just so nice. It's so fancy and fun and annoying as hell. Yep, I'm thrilled with technology. Thrilled. Alright, let's see how long this lasts. I was getting a weird, let's see, a 404 message. I cleared out some stuff, did some things. We're gonna see how that works. Alright, so we grabbed one ripe corpse. We're gonna grab another one. Retrieved. I love how it's not just like a pile of bones, but like a daylily. Alright, grab the next one. The final corpse. Retrieve ripe corpses. We seem to be doing okay. Continuing right along. Okay. Looks like we'll be okay. The other streams were like 30 seconds in and then stopped. Alright, Eisenbard. Let's talk to you and cross our fingers. It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yep. With the bodies given back to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely they're such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. It's definitely raining. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? I don't know, Eisenbart. Tell me more. You know, I didn't even equip that necklace. I would say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves. It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it. Be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak with you. We have a drunkard on our hands, do we? Let's see, map-wise, what do we got here? So he's actually up. Probably. Well, whatever I did, it seems to have worked. Hopefully, anyway. Oh, you know what? I bet you. Yep. He's in this bar that I forgot was a thing. Alright, Ungust. Or Ungust. Or however you want to pronounce it. Well, gods be damned. You're the bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? I want you to cooperate, you jerk. Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Eisenbart. Folk around here are wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. Well, with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Well, aren't you a peach? Jerkface. Hungry beggar. Please, sir, just leave me be. Wow. Riveting stuff. A devious derelict. I've nothing to say but this. I'll take who or whatever's been feeding on us low folk. And a petrified pauper. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Wow. Don't think I'd go that far. I mean, I want the information, but death is kind of finite, don't you think? Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There've been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. And thank you for being thoroughly unhelpful. Let me bump my microphone. Alright, Eisenbart, that was less than helpful. But that is okay. Welcome back, Vivi. Have you learned aught of import? Afraid not. I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. Ah, I have an achievement. Okay, what do we got here? Cotton Acton, a Cotton Dalmatica, which is not anything better than what I'm currently wearing, so we'll leave it. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than the Church of St. Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here, and so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust no one more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marcus. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. I'm an adventurer, not a gravedigger, but that's fun. Northward. Actually, this probably wasn't the best way to go out, because I have to then... But that's okay. Welcome to the graveyard. To the jungle. Alright, Marcus. I am Marcus, yes. A body, of course. There have been So many bodies of late. I I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Nope. Atop the ridge. Looks like up there. Now then, how... Map? Of course it is. All the way around the church. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where are you talking about? This little alcove that I completely missed. I blame the rain. Pretty nice solitary gravesite. Embalmed corpse. Lay the embalmed corpse on the grave. Bury the embalmed corpse. Okay. Report back to Marcus. I am now a gravedigger. Yay. Graves. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I can't help you. But maybe Sister Arson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Orson within the church's walls. He's seems like a troubled soul. There you are. I'm like, wait a minute, where are you all? I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude, and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing drybone inhabitants. It is true I am closer to the people than any other in the order. Of the order. Wow. I'm not going to be able to talk today. I confide in them and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marcus would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marcus, and soon. Oh, okay. So, Thancred's already been here. Well, that's good to know. Wow, I don't think I've seen it this rainy in here in, like, ever. There we go. Alright, Isambard. What do we got? Thank you, Vivi. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. You were able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Vivi? Stutter, stutter, that's weird. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons, and why. I too spoke with Ungust. More times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance. Abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unaware than she who takes confession? The good sister Orson herself. Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful of you, even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marcus. I swear on the 12, I've seen that face elsewhere before. And I'm not really, like, item comparison-wise, like, I realize that the cowl is there, but higher item level, and I'll be able to wear... Nah, I'll just take this. I'm sure I'll get another piece soon enough. I'm too far ahead in the story for any of this gear to really be worth it, but I can always sell the pieces for gold. Hold on, I have to adjust my mic. Pardon the crinkling. Alright, Eisenbard, what else? New boots. Still not good. Alright, accept. Sister Orson. It cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be she. Could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Vivi, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. And where is this? I don't think I can actually leave out there. Uncombed urchin in the Golden Bazaar. Oh, and I need to speak this Chocobo keep. Where is the Golden Bazaar? Nah, wrong thing. Oh, to the north. That's right. For a walk? Should have gone out the other way. Oh well. It's been a while since I've been in this area just exploring. I'm used to knowing where everything is, because I have the map already figured out. To be honest, like, really, once you finish with some of these areas, you never really go back. So it's kind of like, oh, but that area over there, that's where we're gonna be going for Ifrit. So this area is important. Oh, looks like we've got a fate ahead. A fate that somebody's seeing anybody else doing it. Brass plate. It's only 3 minutes. I'm not gonna be able to finish it. We're just gonna go through. Mosey on through. I'm surprised I wasn't too high a level for that. Welcome to the Golden Bazaar, a place that you'll never really visit again. Well, I'm a traveler, my interest you in Chocobo Porter. But thank you for logging that information. Now I won't have to come back. Please help. Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She's always ready. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please help her. Alright. Fear not, uncombed urchin. Like, sometimes, like, the translation team on this is like uncombed urchin. Well, it's not like the most PC term they could have just, well, I mean, there's certainly a lot worse they could call them, I suppose. Alright. A hostile presence. Oh, a rotting mage. Well, and I've lost protect. Stone 2. Goodbye, rotting mage. Pikmin. Blow you off the thing? Nope. It's worth a try. There we go. That's all I needed. Alright, Orson. What the heck were you doing out here? All by your lonesome. You! You were the one from the church! Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child. Yes, well, I was unable to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Oh, she did find it? Maybe I must have misread that. Ruins. Oh. I'll take the Chocobo Porter. You know what? Vendor and sell those. Alright, so that's taken care of there. Doing quite well gill-wise, I would say. Oh, and that reminds me. Let's change over to our Fang necklace. Earring? No. Don't have much of anything else. Tis a shame. Hello. Ah, here we go. Why did I waste that? Hire the Chocobo Porter and go to Camp Drybone. So, progressing. I forgot just how far we are from actually making our way, which is rather annoying. Not annoying in the sense that it's just like I'm like hitting myself for not actually like taking it slow. Like I've gotten way. I was hoping not to be this high level, but now everything's gonna be like, if you're above this level, you'll be level synced. Well, I'm gonna be level synced for now, from now on, for quite a while. Actually, probably. And here we are at Camp Drybone. Alright, Eisenbard. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? God forfend! I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in doing, no less? Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. That's very true. Now then, oh, that is better, but maybe not better than what I've got headgear-wise. Well, I'm well glad I received that in-room for Sister Orson. It would seem she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he'll be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. That would be cool. Cool and good. Now this is actually kind of the first area that you'll really get into where enemies... Well, no, I guess I've been through some of the Shroud that had enemies that would attack you outright. The Amalja, for sure, are not friendly. As to be expected. Alright, Thancred. Ah, there you are, Vivi. So good of you to come. Indeed, I have heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But, false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you here, dear Vivi. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Of course. What a coward. What a coward. Yeah, that's... Look, Amalja. Oh. Bye, sir. Please go away. Thank you. So, let's just do that real quick. Oh. We've attracted a third. You were not there. Just a moment ago. Appreciate that. There we go. And just for the sake of myself. Good. Alright. Queer leaflet. What? I beg your pardon. Clues. Show the queer leaflet to Thancred. Don't have to go too deep in there. The thing with a lot of these encampments of like the Amalja and the kobolds and everything, it's tight spaces, dense population. Not a fan, usually. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Not really. This leaflet. See the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. Looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nald Thal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe that one among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Oh, dusty mongrel. how's everybody doing? Cannot wait to get my Chocobo. Drop. Into the inn. Is not the inn. Whoopsies. This is the inn. Here we go. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? A queer leaflet. What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that, I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? More than likely, yes. The plot thickens, Vivi. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned. Will do. We're gonna get up. Well, Isambard, you got an imposter on your hands. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Vivi. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I didn't check. Can I open? Let's sort this stuff. Yeah, I don't actually have anything except the Helm of Light. So that's level 20. That's not terrible. This is money. It's 400 gil versus this. It's water resistant. I don't have a chest piece though that's going to... we'll pass on it. If anything, I can find it from a vendor, I'm sure. Alright, Isambard. Oh, what do we have here? A cotton half robe. That might not be might be worthwhile actually. Level 21. It's pretty close. Or more bronze pieces. We'll see. I'm just getting so high leveled. It's just kind of... I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. Unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Vivi and me serve, with like, by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for your disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. They will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Vivi. So as to lay the foundation of our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Eisenbart has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Cool. I am a beggar now. Alright, so... it stops. There we go. And then I need to go beg. Please, please, give me work. Give me money, give me anything. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone, and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Cool. Will do. Addleston. I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Swainhilt. I preach the teachings of Azema, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azema is the keeper of the sun, and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Okay. Ermagerd. Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhaps you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. What a bitch. Totally a, whatchamacallit? Outside, probably. It's above. Above us. Above us. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out of that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Oh, nice of them. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Vivi. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Yeah, needless to say. There's actually a spot over here that I really like. You can get a sightseeing log location for it, but it's the thing about the sightseeing log, and I haven't really done anything with it right now, and I don't know that I will. It's it's very nitpicky about like specifically where you are, what exact time, what exact weather. There's no like real guide for it in the sense that it's not like a quest line, so you don't have anything to kind of help show you the way. It's very kind of cryptic, and I mean that's kind of fun and cool to stumble upon them yourself, but it's not always feasible to do so. And again, with all the time and weather constraints, it's kind of like you do it just in passing. So for now, I won't be touching on it. But yeah, well, maybe in the future, maybe. All right, Thancred. A fine evening to catch false priests, wouldn't you say? I suppose no. So, you look absolutely smashing, Vivi. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our query to appear. Yep. Oh, you poor, unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nald'thal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. Penury? I, a tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god-awful mummer, Ungust. How did you know? You bastards tricked me! Please, don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. V- very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing this merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for the crystal shipments from the Nanawana mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I, I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The... good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could smell mole meat for a score of lifetimes. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you were to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves, or the gods. Not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Oh, no. Be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? Sure. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Alright. Off to the Waking Sands. Now, unfortunately... know that I can take a... Oh, well, while I'm here. Real close. See about this Chocobo porter maybe taking us someplace more useful. Alright, where can you take me? Duh. Sure. That'll at least take us in the general direction. I can leave and then move on over. I suppose I could have teleported. The problem with Horizon is, or rather the Waking Sands, there is no easy way to get there. You're always going to be traveling to Horizon and doing a bunch of walking. So, that's kind of annoying. Almost 3 o'clock. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to actually get to Ifrit today. Be nice. Boy, the weather's been crazy today. Crazy. Actually, will this Chocobo take? Alright, well, I'm hoofing it the rest of the way. Closer, anyway. Run, run, run as fast as you can to get around. Oh well. River and through Thanalan. Horizon, off we go. This place consistently has like 3 fates going up. There's this one over here, there's one on the bridge, and there's one right here. It's pretty commonplace to actually do some fate grinding at lower levels. Just so you know, in case you need to know. And here we are at Horizon. only I had a companion. Oh, this one's a fun fate, actually. It's just a boss fight against that big crab over there. It can be kind of tough if you're just doing it by yourself, because you've got these damn arbor buzzards around, but the crab in and of itself is pretty fun. Again, good place to level. Oh, running is interminable. Hello, Tataru. Don't mind if I do. Vidya. Welcome back, Vivi. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred says, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. That is probably true. I think I will take this cotton half robe, actually, because it will be an upgrade. I mean, currently what I'm wearing is only like I'm level 30. So we'll grab that. And he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment into Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret. Thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix, and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found in the camp at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for the pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Yeah. That is back where we came, of course. I'm just gonna go there. Blackbrush Station. Use that. Not walking all the way back that I came. Go here, return here, go here, go here, go here. Go here, go there, go there, go here. I suppose that is the way. I need to go north. Now I've already been here and discovered how to convert things into materia. Thankfully. Oh, E. I just did not realize what that was. That is bad news bears. Please stay right there and don't. No! Run away! Oh my goodness. That would have been really, really, really bad. So that is a hunt monster, and that is bueno. Mutamix bubbly pots. Who you as Uplander come to tempering of Mutamix Bugly Pots? Just do this dagger, dude. I don't really want to talk to you. You're kind of crazy. Kinda crazy. Fighty Tool drinks an airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stone Shine, name of Materia. If Materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Oh my gosh. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. That's right, crazy little dude. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Yeah, here's the stagger. Fighty Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good TG show of power of Materia. Why are we? Why? The Materia Master. Now, Eyes of Uplander, point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gain power of Materia. Fighty Tool Reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by reducing equipment to its etheric constituents and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond. That being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned the dagger of yours from summit as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Not really. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia, then Uplander best fill braincase with knowledge of crafty making. With knowing of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants braincase to rattle with knowledge of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. Oh my goodness, really? I forgot how silly that this conversation was. Basically, you need to get your crafting up in order to unlock the ability to attach materia to it. Now you can create materia as soon as you reach, I forget what it was. It was like level 11 or something like that. But I already have that ability to convert materia, and you can tell that by clicking. Well, none of these can be. Here, so if I right-click this and hit convert, I'll be able to turn it into materia. And I showed that in the last, I want to say the last stream or the stream before, or something like that. Anyway, now that we've done all that, I gotta go all the way back to Minfilia. So we're gonna teleport to Horizon. I don't want to burn through these tickets, and it's only 186, so... I'm pretty sure that after this will be the quests leading to Ifrit. So I really, at least, at the very, very least, want to get that done today. That is the goal, for sure. I should have seen if the Chocobo Porter would have taken me here. Or does it feel like the sprint does not last nearly long enough? Full 20 seconds. I'm just like trying to rush and get this done. Get it done. Get it done. finally unlocked the ability to do Halatali. Since I'm gonna be in that area, I'll want to pick this up actually. And I can get these cotton dress gloves. We'll accept this too. Hail, adventurer! I'm Nedrick Ironheart, an explorer by trade and a scion by allegiance. And you, my friend, look to me an adventurer in need of a challenge. I happen to know just the place that will offer it to you. Tucked away in a corner of eastern Thanalan lies Halatali. It is there that you will find all the excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built some 100 years past as a training ground for gladiators. The calamity laid it to ruin, though, as it did most things. Now, Halatali is a shadow of its former self, but in the dark of that shadow lurk wild beasts, both bloodthirsty and beyond count. For one such as yourself, I dare say there is no place finer than Halatali to test your skill and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along to the flames who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak to one Fafajani near the entryway. That happens to be where we're going to be heading anyway, and it's a optional dungeon, which is nice to always have more dungeons. Especially when we get into having to do the duty roulette, and I'll show you what all that entails. You'll definitely want multiple things, that way you're not stuck doing just the same dungeon over and over and over again. And since it'll be a higher level, it'll actually be worth doing. Let me just do this thing real quick. Containers. So someone asked what are ventures used for, and that is something that you can unlock through a quest to have your retainer actually go out and do various quests. They can actually like go out and find materials for you and blah blah. So it's kind of a nice thing if you're not like. So if you've got one that's just kind of holding stuff and one that's actually selling, you could have one dedicated one that's just going to sell stuff and one that's actually just going to do ventures. They'll level up along with you and things like that, so it's always a good idea. It's actually really good if you have two of them and give one like botanist or one miner or something like that to get you materials. That way you're not having to necessarily farm them yourself. But they will only have access to the stuff if you are max level. So if you're only level like 1 botanist, they're only going to be able to do like level 1 ventures, so not really all that great. But they'll level up with you, so it's not that big a deal. Anyway, back to Minvilia. Welcome back, Vivi. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Yep, here's your weird little dagger. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Vivi, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Sure. Here we go. Lord of the Inferno. And we'll get a wrist guard. Which... not that great. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears we have been able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Vivi. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading this mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Oh my goodness. Thank the Lord. Now then, we're going to travel to Camp Drybone. I'll use the check here. Well, actually, if I talk to the flame person, I can meet them there afterwards. I think they're in here. Yes. Flame Sergeant. Ah, you're Vivi Konokishno of the Scions? My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of these abductees. The lizard men aren't aware of their man Ungast has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count. So we request the aid of the Scions. This rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if this mission succeeds. Let's make sure it does. Will do. So, that is up and around, but I actually need to. Now, Halatali is actually here, across the way. Place right behind here. And there's Fafajoni. If it is the halls of Halatali you seek, you need seek no further. Permit me to tell you something of this place. The name comes from an ancient tongue, Halatali, meaning the land of many shadows. It was here that our distant ancestors first settled, and you didn't come here for all this way for a lesson in history. Shh. Listen. Do you hear the howls and growls? Do you not feel how they shake the very earth beneath you? Those sounds are the work of no wind, my friend, nor that rumbling the doing of any shadows. Those are the calls of Halatali. For now the beasts once kept for the Colosseum lurk there. And there's no gentle beasts broken by the hand of man. No, there are those within that even the might of the immortal flames cannot tame. From the look of you, you must be Vivi. Aye, I received word from Nedric that you might be along. By his recommendation I grant you leave to enter freely. I only pray you are able to find your way out. Gloves. Thank you. Oh, wow. That was a lot of experience. Oh boy. Okay. Well, now I'm really well done. Okay. put them on before Ifrit. I need to take a quick have a phone message, so I will be right back. Yeah, hold on. And we're back. Just had a phone message that I had to listen to. Nothing serious. Alright, so now that we have Halatali, this be something else that we'll want to run, but let me... oh, it's level 20. Yeah. So I'm even well above. Alright, welcome to the Invisible City. We have imps. Perfect. Here we are. It's the beginning. I can. Perfect. Alright. Just lie and wait. Ooh. Oh, I won't be level synced. It's level 24. Oh, Ungast, you're such a jerk face. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. That's correct. Ha ha ha. I'm afraid our little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Oh, I will delight in your deaths. Oh, that's what the amount was thinking of. I should have thrown up Protect beforehand. But that's okay, we'll do it now. Protect. Protect. Alright, so... this guy first. I don't know who to go after, so we'll just go after the ones that are easier to get. I'm gonna take care of these rangers too. They're annoying. Uh-oh. Lost one of them. Alright. Target not in line of sight. What? Let's move then, shall we? Oh. Well, we only lost one person, so that's fine. This guy. And they'll definitely have reinforcements, that's for sure, unfortunately. Yep. That is what I thought. But at least they won't be coming. Really, Mr. Halberdier? I would like to see you go flying. Thank you! Thaumaturge is not gonna make it. Yep. Thaumaturge down. Unfortunately, don't think that I can do much of anything really. Could always heal. No, that's not really helping. Yep. Is there no end to them? Nope, there is actually not any end to them, I don't believe. Not in line of sight. That gladiator is not gonna make it. But at least we're done with that. I'm fighting you with a stick. Put up your weapons, or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Ah, sleep spells. Bring him. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum! Yep, traitorous scum. You are correct, sir. He is a traitor. And he is scum. And I am from me. Alright, so. Needless to say, things look bleak. I can't get out of here. You actually can. So you're not blocked from teleporting out of here. You're not, if you need to leave, you can actually, I think you can speak to this flame private or even the Amalja warrior or Adela over here, and she will let you leave. So we'll just continue on through. If you are playing this as a DPS, the reason I say that you can get out of here is as a DPS, the queues for anything is going to be pretty crazy. The thing about DPS queues is, since there's so many DPS compared to healers and tanks, it's harder to fill them up because you need that party of 4. So we now have the Bowl of Embers, so we need to use the Duty Fighter to confront Ifrit. If we need to get out of here, we can always teleport anywhere. And let me see, I think it's this person. The lizard claim they will soon bring. Are you not seriously? There you are. There we go. Enter Bowl of Embers. Inquire about the Bowl of Embers. Oh, nothing. No. One of these guys, I'm pretty sure one of them we can speak to. Listen, these waters feed the marshes. A short swim and you'll see us to freedom. However, if all of us attempt to flee, we're like to be discovered. You alone must sneak out and form a rescue party. Once you have won free, seek your comrades, blah, blah, blah. So you can leave this area by talking to the flame private right near the water. As a healer, I shouldn't have any problems queuing up. So that is what I'm going to do right now. Now, in order to do this, you'll need to go to Trials, which is this guy right here, the scary red face. So right now, all we have is the Bowl of Embers, so we're going to queue up for that and join. Again, this should be fairly quick. This belt is done. So let's sort this. It's level 17, this is level 16. Put this one on for the foreseeable future. It's almost ready. Oof. But for now, we're going to actually take it off and change it. Shoot, I don't have a headpiece. Well, I guess we'll wear the cowl then. And here we go. So again, not too terrible. Welcome to Bowl of Embers. Oh, well, we've got cutscenes. I'm sorry. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Somebody likes making a big entrance. O mighty Ifrit, we bring you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. Ugh! What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but the servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. O mighty Ifrit, my one true God. words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Uh-oh. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation. Oh dear. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine aberrant kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Well, okay then. Time for a fight. Alright. Oh, he's just running in all half-cocked. So, oops. Four. Oop. Heal. Oh, he's too far away. Oh, no. Take cleric stance off. So, first off, I need to not stand too close, and then I'm just going to throw on... Oop. Run. Dang. Oh, man. It's been a while since I have done this. Alright, so, first things first. Run out of eruptions. Oh, I am killing cleric stance. So, good to know. Okay, the Infernal Nail. This is the thing that you need to focus on next. And you need to attack. Regardless of what Ifrit's doing, the nail must go down. Must be turned, must go down. Do anything and everything, it has to go down first. There we go. That just might have done it. If the nail isn't destroyed, this will take you out completely. Oop. Oh no. That's not good. Forward. Stand not so close to everything. Alright. Ooh. Medica. Alright. That was rough. You can tell I'm not used to healing. Thank God for the Black Mage. Anyway. Not too bad. You just have to focus on the nail. Make sure that the nail goes down. If you don't defeat the nail by the time that Ifrit jumps, it's a wipe. What's this? Another crystal? Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots, I swear. Each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Well, phew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I felt I owe you an apology, Vivi. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism by fire. Let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated. Even taking Ul'Dan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any readings worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we have achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do so, as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Oh, that's right, I'm still on the duty. Ha ha ha. La da da. Exit. Oh, I got a player combination out of that. That's surprising, considering how crappy I was at healing. Anyway, live and learn. Ha ha ha. Still getting used to the new role. Alright, Thancred. Ah, there you are, Vivi. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their gods' ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Vivi. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Alright. Back to the Waking Sands. Alright. What can I say? Nobody died. Yay. Walking back to the Waking Sands. Walking. Can't wait for my mouse. Right, Waking Sands. Yep. The triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Vivi his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived. But that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every. That look, though. She's like, you... Vivi, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to a long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abduction with the aim of summoning their Primal, Ifrit. Nor is the tale limited to Uldar. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the Primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, Primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life, and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether: crystals. For this reason, that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to the Primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how Primals are born. When all is well with the world, Primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the Primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a Primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a Primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their gods become. But the Primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the Primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. Ah, the immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. You may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Vivi. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Necessarily a bad thing. Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that they are all to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. Once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the Primal, whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Vivi. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. How many more lives? Louis Suarez would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Poor Thancred. It's not his fault entirely. Alright, now then. To Menphilia! Yep. Grand Company, Grand Company! Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Pabalimo that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the Primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Vivi. Or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons. Ah, Lady Menphilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Vivi, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. What they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Vivi's deeds spread so quickly that the immortal flames should know of his triumph is to be expected. But what of the other Grand Companies? Your reputation precedes you, Master. Konokishno? 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem, and that you will always be welcome among us. The Order of the Twin Adders has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure to finally meet you. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend. Together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that you should want we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa to the shores of glory. Uh, Lady Manfilia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, perhaps a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently three such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to whom it belongs. You'll be charged with its defense, and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you'll be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserve your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face. Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the three city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leaders of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion, for you are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Vivi here, our leader, speak, then return here with his decision. Travel, travel, travel. We eagerly await your answer. Oh, poor Tataru. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power. You are possessed of great power, Vivi, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you'll be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Vivi, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak with Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Lots of talking. Lots and lots of talking. Alright, so I can't do anything here. I wish I could just skip all of that. I already know which Grand Company I'm going to do. I'm probably going to stick with Gridania and Twin Adders. My main is a Twin Adder. I just like the feel of that Grand Company. To be honest, though, I haven't done any other Grand Companies, so maybe I'll switch it up. I find myself often in Limsa on my main character, so maybe I'll go with a Maelstrom. Who knows? I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Vivi. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often, to a few too many people. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the Remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services, and Elder Seedseer Kenisana will deliver her address at Miketo Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenge involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the service might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Raubon Al-Din will be addressing the masses of the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom of Limsa Lominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merlwerb will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Zenthale, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may very well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. That basically means you can go wherever the heck you want and do whatever the heck you want. Whatever the heck you want. Change. I think that's for farming. I don't need that. Alrighty. So first is Gridania. Is that my home? I can't even remember. It's my free teleport. Well, that's good. So we'll just happen to go there first. Do them in order real quick. It's getting a little late for the stream. Unfortunately, we had so many technical issues starting off that that's just gonna be the way it is. So for now, oh, what's this? An ill-conceived venture. Oh, I really kind of want to do that one. Well, we'll do that in a minute. First things first. Let's go to the Miketo Amphitheater. Because I want to get this going. I don't know though, I really like the, I really enjoy the, Twin Adders. Again, I really like that, their message. Well, you'll see the message here soon. Oh, adjust. Oh, shift.
I lost my son to the calamity. The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For
forest.
the elementals!
I guess they're all conjurers. Interesting.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Enlightenment. Oh boy. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal, Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned their primal, Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gandranya vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Exile continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later, it will come to an all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? Well, perhaps we will find out, if the elder Seedseer's words fell on fertile ground. Oh, Alphino. Next is Ulda. If I can make use of the airship. Let us see. I suppose the other convenient thing is, with Gridanya's Grand Company being right next to the Aetheryte Plaza, it's really easy to get there. Although I think that's true of all of them, actually. Message to Ul'dah for 120. Will do. Well, I can probably join the Grand Company today, but I probably won't be able to unlock a Chocobo just yet. It will take time to hunt down all the seals that I will need. A grand total of 2,000 to be precise, from fates that drop only 1 or 200. But I can use the opportunity to maybe level up the alternate classes by doing fates for those elsewhere. Is close by. Should have gone to the Hustings Strip. Close to some stuff. That should set me on the path. Should have gone to Hustings Strip.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Hurrah! Rauban!
Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
Who?
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Indeed.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raubon? People of Ul'dah, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
It's a rather ridiculous picture with Nanamo sitting on Raubon's arm.
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
Is it Alphino? Is it? The Ul'Dahns have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the Primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Ul'Dahns do not shy away from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smoldering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Guardians have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will be ever finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Ul'Dahns send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition, which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Yep. Alright, now then. Airship lift and take it to Limsa Lominsa. Hello, Lulamaya. Airship landing, please. Alright. Hall. Thale. Here to attend the remembrance service. Be quick. The Admiral's due to give her address at any moment. How fortuitous.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Hurrah, yeah, ah! Ha-ha, yeah, ha!
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast, yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards!
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Luminsa is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the Primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth, and take the Primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribes present weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Leminsians' backyard. And that is to say naught of eternal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end of the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades, and watch. If the Luminsians are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. So at this point, you now have the option of choosing one of the three. Again, you can switch. I've never done it, but yeah, I think it's fairly simple. Just kind of, yeah. Hmm? Vivi, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say. What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Yes, yes. So here's the thing for me. Um, so, as I was saying, there's three options, and the reason that I usually go, that I'm, I guess, more in keeping with do our daily while I explain. So, we definitely want to pick one, you want to pick one that's kind of going to be more in tune with what it is you want to do with your playthrough. It's kind of easy to get into like, oh, well, my class is here, it's stationed here, so I'll just do that. Oh. How much do I have? I only have 74. So, I mean, it's understandable to kind of be just, assume that you're going to take the one. And I mean, that's perfectly acceptable. But even then, it's kind of, up to you. And for me, the actual, like, message behind a lot of these is I prefer the Gridanian's way of thinking, I guess. The trouble with, like, Limsa, for instance, it's pirates. It's a band of pirates, and so it's kind of like, I'm just not a huge fan. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. So, and then with Ul'dah, you have this kind of like forced perception of, oh, it's just like, oh, come on. It's just very kind of like insular, I guess. There we go. And it's just not very fun. I don't like the mentality of like, oh, you're kind of just like doing whatever it is you want. Like, you've got this disparity between like the rich and the poor, and it just kind of feels a little too close to home, I guess. And so I prefer the bigger ones, I think. But they don't reward as much. Really? Alright, let's play something else. So yeah, I mean, it's just, again, it's all airing to, like, what it is you prefer. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's just your preference, really. Woohoo! Okay. Not quite. So I have enough for the mini cactpot. So let's just... Alright, so let's go do the mini cactpot right quick, and then we will head over to the Waking Sands and sign up. But I'm really thinking I'll probably just go with the Twin Adders. Again, I like Gridania. I happen to be a conjurer, so it's easier because they're right there. And again, you're not locked in to anything. Alright, so let's click this one. Okay, so if this is 8, that would get me 24. That'd be pretty good. Able to get 6, though. Well, I could get 6 if I get this. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. This one will present with the greatest opportunity. 144, not bad, not the best. What could I have gotten? 180? Should have gone that way. 180, could have gone that way too. 72, good. 108, 180. 360. Okay. Well, got 144, so no harm, no foul. I can play again next time. Anyway, we are gonna... Where's the airship? That's the Aether. I'm gonna take this to Ul'dah. And then hop a Chocobo Porter to the, take the Chocobo Porter to Horizon, and then off to the Waking. Our way. I should pick up some of those, but I can use them on other quests. Can't hire our Chocobo border to Horizon. My life so much easier. Yes, I can go to Horizon. Alright, so once here, I'll pick the twin adders. We'll have to go through, I think you'll have to do a quest for them to unlock it. Then we'll also start looking at getting seals going for Chocobo. Unfortunately. Let's see, where's this? Cape Westwind. Not anywhere I can go. So, unfortunately, I have run out of time. So, what I'm going to do is, I am going to go, join the Twin Adders, return to Gridania, pick up the quest, figure out from there. And then I'll probably have to call it, and yeah. And what I'll probably end up doing is I'll pick up other, I'll probably do some faint grinding on some alternate classes that I want to level, like Arcanist and Thaumaturge, and I won't, again, I will leave off doing the class quests unless I am active streaming, so you won't miss anything, don't worry. But I don't think that people really want to watch me like grind for fates and grind for seals and do all that jazz. It tends to be a rather boring affair. Hopefully this isn't too long-winded. I should just be able to go, hey, pick it up, hey, go from here, hey, I'm done. Could have taken a ship from Limsa here. Oh well. I always forget that there is a vessel right there that I can go to. Into the Waking Sands. Soon we will be a grateful member of a grand company, the Twin Adders. Welcome back, Vivi. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Vivi. There are plenty. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while, and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company offers your answer. Meanwhile...
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Plot, 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 plot. Alright. So, Maelstrom, Flames, Adders. Adders it is. Ah, I take it the Elder Seedseer's words have touched your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adder? Yeah. You have chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seedseer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment process, you must report to the Adder's Nest. Oh, I have to accept this. I dare say you know it well from your wanderings in New Gridania. Give your name to the personal officer there, and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt but that your deeds will bring great honor to our order. When next we meet in Gridania, I shall be proud to call you brother. Alright, now that is finished. So I can just... yeah. Let's just travel there. Pick up this quest, see what all it entails, and be on our very merry way. Because as I seem to recall, it is not just so easy as going, hey, I want to join. Okay, here you go. There's more to it than that, as usual. Okay. Now then, all of the 3 city-states have a grand company station like this. You'll have your sigils. The personnel officer is whom you're talking to for supply and provisioning missions, and increasing your rank. The Serpent Quartermaster will sell you items such as arms, armor, and materials once you level up and get enough ranks in your Grand Company. The QIC, Quartermaster and Administrator, are for free company creation, maintenance, and all that jazz. I won't be doing that, so that's, yeah. So, let us, without further ado, speak to the Serpent Personnel Officer. You are come to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the Elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. My name is, and you are expecting me. Ah, the great adventurer himself. Yes, our recruitment officer sent word that you were on your way. It is a pleasure and an honor both to welcome you to our ranks, friend. Now, let me gather together the relevant documentation. Sir! No. What is it? Report! An urgent message from Amaris Spire, sir. A Highwind Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines were crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing southeast of the Nine Ivies. Nine Ivies? Gods! This could not have come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield dealing with the exile. Vivi, I know full well you have yet to be formally inducted into our ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerous to the coast to Garlean-occupied territory. Please, make all haste to the area southeast of Nine Ivies, locate the airship, and ascertain the status of the passengers. Gotcha. So, that will have to wait. We will do that next time. And I look forward to seeing you all. I look forward to seeing you all later. Goodbye for now.